Hey, it's Liam from Tinnitus Treatment, and in one of my more recent videos entitled Tinnitus Relief, the difference between those who do and don't get better, I spoke about how belief is very important when you're pursuing something, a goal, and in this situation, the goal of getting rid of tinnitus. And that's my goal in this video right now. I want to inject you guys, just shove it into you, some more belief about how you can get rid of tinnitus. It's possible. And you should just, for lack of better words, put your fingers in your ears and ignore everybody out there who's saying you can't get rid of tinnitus. Ignore the ENTs, ignore the internet, and most of all, ignore the people who have tinnitus themselves and just want to have their own little pity party. Let them have their pity party. That's fine. Don't try and convince them. The only person you've got to convince is yourself. You have to convince yourself that it's possible, and you have to get a program and stick to it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video testimonial from a guy named Alex. Now, Alex was kind enough to be a solid guy, and he used my program. He used the methods in this YouTube channel and the tricks that I give you guys, and he's managed to get rid of tinnitus almost to the point that it's almost completely gone. It's not completely gone, but it's almost completely gone just in a matter of weeks. Now, I'm going to show this video right now. So thanks again, Alex. Alex is just going to walk you through how he got it, what methods he used to get over his tinnitus, or start getting over his tinnitus, I should say, sorry, how long he thinks he's got to go, and what he plans to do after he's got rid of his tinnitus, and also some cool little side benefits that he's been getting from using my tactics as well. He's going to talk about too. So please enjoy the video, and thank you very much.
Hey, my name is Alex, and I developed tinnitus from a head injury, most specifically a concussion that was kind of towards the back of my head. But I did not start noticing my symptoms until a few weeks ago, but they started to come on very slowly, and then all of a sudden really peaked to where I couldn't sleep. It was affecting my mood. It was hard to get around every day, just concentrating and being present in the moment. It was awful. Like, it was the worst. I didn't know what to do. I went to ENTs, audiologists, basically was given the diagnosis of tinnitus, but my hearing was fine. So actually, during the hearing tests I was doing with those people, I was passing with flying colors. So my tinnitus is more, I guess, well, most tinnitus are psychological, but mine was more based off of probably some damage due to my concussion. My concussion also gave me symptoms of being dizzy and vertigo for 2 years. So, but my tinnitus came on a few weeks ago, and it felt almost way worse than the dizziness and such, because I could sleep through this. Losing sleep and losing my mood and my anxiety, really spiked along with the tinnitus. But I found Liam's book just searching through Google. As with you and others, I looked at everything online about remedies. Went down on Tinnitus Talk, which was, I hate that site, but I was looking on it and finally found someone who was not only confident but had a bit of science to back them up. And immediately in the first week, I didn't even start the program. I didn't really start it truly on a Monday. I started on a Wednesday, but I got through the first half week or so and already saw a difference. And it's been 2 weeks now, and for one, I've gotten my sleep back, which is great. I know it doesn't look like looks like I have bags under my eyes. That's just the lighting, but I've gotten my mood back. Actually, when you start doing this, you will notice huge changes in your mood. Like, my anxiety went right away after 1 week. The volume has gone down. It's actually changed. The tinnitus has actually changed its pitch in a way to which it was more of a loud kind of screen beam, but now it's more of a very low hiss, which really doesn't bother me. Even it's so low now, like it's almost gone. It used to be where I would walk into a room and coming from the outside to the inside, and my ears would just be overwhelmed with just this noise. And now I don't even hear that, and I don't need to use noisemakers, at night. And another perk of using the Liam's book is you're gonna lose some weight. I've lost 20 20 or so pounds in 3 weeks. That's just a nice little kind of byproduct of it. But I have seen results. I saw results in the first week, the second week, the third week. And yes, it's not going to be a steady decline. You'll have little, peaks and valleys in between, but those peaks and valleys are still on much of a decline. I mean, the moment you start seeing noticeable results, the more motivated you are. And I've seen it, and I'm still amazed by it. And I'm just counting on the next cycle, the next week, to which I can finally not hear it anymore. And I feel like it's closer than not. But Liam's book has really changed everything. I mean, and there's a lot to it, and it's actually helped me with my old neurological symptoms. Like, I had somewhat bad equilibrium and balance, but that's all gone away. So, this treatment is far more overreaching than just treating tinnitus. I mean, you're going to be cognitively a better person, or a more sharper person, I would say, and you will not feel better on it. It's going to be tough, and just like all the other testimonials, this is not an easy program. You have to commit. You have to do everything. There's everything in that book is there for a reason, and it's there to help you heal mainly your brain, but that we'll get into it. But you have to really commit to everything, and if you want to take it up a notch, you can. I've been doing that on certain days. I don't recommend it if you're just starting, but if you have the ability to do it, because it will just speed up the process. But yeah, I just really want to thank Liam. He's really just kind of got my life back in a very short amount of time, and it's I'm very thankful, and I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna stick with this until, even when it goes away, past that, and then plus I'm just gonna keep using kind of the techniques in this book for the rest of my life, because it's just it just, like I said, it just brings you up as a person. So, but yeah.
How cool is that? So let's just recap really, really quickly, just to put the main points out there, okay? So Alex spoke about how he got his tinnitus from a concussion injury from sports, and everybody out there said, you can't get rid of it. He went online, looked on Google, looked on YouTube, went to ENTs, perfect hearing, but he had a nerve damage in his brain, not a nerve damage, he had nerve damage in his brain. And he managed to follow my steps, which I've said this metaphor before, but the thing with tinnitus is if you have tinnitus, it's on a cellular level. So when Alex started to follow my steps, he got in a state of autophagy, which is basically cells eating the bad cells and cleaning themselves out. He kicked that into just overdrive, just smack bang. That's why it took a couple of weeks. Very, very quick. Not everyone's going to get better in that amount of time. Some people take a little bit more time. But just how cool is that? Do you see how amazing this is? You don't have to listen to tinnitus talk. You don't have to listen to your ENT or anything like that. Now, there's a time and a place for doctors, but tinnitus is not it. I'm telling you guys, tinnitus is not it. Just imagine if that was you. Imagine if you've had tinnitus and dizziness and vertigo for years, and you just follow a few simple steps, a quick system, and you can get rid of that ringing in your ears. Now, if you want to learn a very basic condensed version of the steps that Alex followed, I recommend clicking the link below this video. Go to liamstopstinnitus.com, put in your email address, and I'm going to send you the very, very condensed version, but still effective. Still get results of what Alex had used, okay? Now, following that, you'll get an email. Once you put your email address in, you'll get an email with a guide, and the next day you get another email with more information, and the next day another email, because as Alex said, the guide is comprehensive. I don't want to give it to you all at once because it's going to be too overwhelming and you might not even try it, but I promise you it works. So click the link below, go to liamstopstinnitus.com and give it a go for yourself. I'd love to hear what happens.